Welcome to Mercie J Auto Care, where compassion and craftsmanship come together. I'm Rick Smith, Certified Master Technician. Why is my car overheating? That's the question we're going to answer today. So first of all, we have to start with what condition is it overheating in. Is it only when you're stopped at an idle? Or is it perhaps when you've been driving a very long period of time and it slowly gets hotter? Or is it only when you're pulling hills? The other question would be, does it happen almost immediately within a couple of minutes? Or do we have to be driving for, say, 10 to 12 miles before it heats up? The last question is, are you having to add coolant or radiator fluid, antifreeze, whatever you want to call it? So first of all, if you're losing fluid, then we need to put the system under pressure and find out where the leak is. If there are no external leaks, we might have a problem with the head gasket. And we actually have a separate video that gives a couple of tips on how to check head gaskets yourself. Also, we could be leaking internally through probably an intake gasket causing the coolant to go into the oil. Now, if it only heats up at a stop, then we need to look at the cooling fan, make sure it's working well. Now, the thermostat or water pump, if those are giving us problems, then that's when we're going to see it's going to overheat in a very short period of time. We don't have to go very long on that. Now, if we're in that situation where we are driving, say, 10 to 12 miles and that temperature slowly rises until it finally overheats after a long period of time, then we need to look at the efficiency of the radiator. It may not be working up to par. If it's a truck and it only happens when it's hot out and we're actually climbing hills, especially if we're towing a trailer, then we might need to look at the fan clutch on that one. Now, sometimes it can be very difficult to identify if we're actually full on that coolant or antifreeze. So here's what you do. With the engine fully warmed up, turn the heater on. If you put your hands over the vents where the heat's coming out, it should be uncomfortably hot. If it's only a little bit warm or it's air temperature, then we probably are low on coolant because we have an air pocket in there, and we've got to investigate why that's going on. Now, with all of this, it can be a little difficult for me to tell you how to do it yourself on each individual test. But if you'd like some tips on anything in particular, feel free to drop us a line and we'll shoot a video related to it. Hey, thanks for watching, and until next time, safe travels and blessings to you.